how to be happy and let go of guilt. I want to spend the next few minutes talking with you on how to be happy and let go of guilt, and I'm going to give you 4 rules for the next few minutes that I'm going to ask you to try to follow. Rule number 1 is, for the next few minutes, try not to become more productive. Rule 2 for the next few minutes, try not to become a better person. Rule 3 for the next few minutes, try not to learn something. And rule 4, don't even think about helping others. I want you to spend 4 or 5 minutes, just 4 or 5 minutes, and focus on one thing: your own happiness and self-acceptance. Just did this with a large group of women in India, and 2 women just broke down. They didn't just start crying, they just lost it. Why? They never gave themselves 4 or 5 minutes. So we're just going to take a few minutes and focus on be happy and let go of guilt. Take a deep breath. I'm going to teach you a good Buddhist happiness technique. Take a deep breath and say 2 words. New me. New me. A good Buddhist technique to help you be happy is to think every time I take a breath, it's a new me. Now I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes, and I want you to think about the previous yous. Think about all the previous yous that have existed in the past. Think about all the gifts those people have given you that's here right now. And think about all they've done to help others. Think about how hard they tried. If any group of people did that many nice things, what should we say to these people? Open their eyes. Go like this. Thank you. Thank you. Did they make a little mistake or two? Let it go. Who's the first person we need to learn how to forgive? That would be this person. I've asked thousands of parents around the world this question. When my child grows up, I want my child to be. 1 word comes up in the answers from parents. 1 word more than every other word combined, no matter what country. What's that word? Happy. You want your parents to be happy. You want your children to be happy. You want the people that love you to be happy. You want the people at work that respect you to be happy. You go first. You'd be happy. A good story. 2 monks are walking by the stream. The monks see a woman, and she has on a beautiful silk dress. The woman is crying. One monk comes over and he says, "Why are you crying?" She says, "I have on this beautiful silk dress my mother made, but I've got to cross the stream to get to the wedding, and if I cross the stream, I'm going to ruin my beautiful dress." One monk says, "I'm sorry, we can't help you. We can't even touch women." The other monk says, "Oh, to heck with the rules." Carries her across the stream, drops her off the other side. She's so happy. "Oh, thank you, good monk." He's happy. He splashes back across the stream. His colleague, the other monk, is angry. He says, "You're a bad monk, a terrible monk, a disgusting, bad monk." The wet monk says, "Why am I bad? We're not supposed to even touch women. You pick your woman up on your shoulders, you carrying about, you bad monk, you have to save yourself." The wet monk says, things happen. They walk back to the home of monks, all the way back. Bad monk. The wet monk dries off and goes to sleep. In the middle of the night, his colleague is angry. He wakes him up. He says, "You're a bad monk." The sleepy monk says, "Why am I so bad?" "Because you carried that woman." The sleepy monk says, "What woman? What woman was that?" The angry monk says, "The woman you carried across the stream." The sleepy monk says, "Oh, her. I only carried her across a stream. You carried her all the way back to the monastery." Well, there's a chance that you may be carrying some people around on your shoulders, and you know what? They don't make you feel real good. They're not making you happy. Take a deep breath. Leave them at the stream. I was teaching this in Goldman Sachs, and one of the top women investment bankers raised her hand, and she goes, "Excuse me, excuse me." I said, "Yes." She said, "Could I please submerge them in the stream?" Simple suggestion for life. Pick a path through life. Have the path that you pick come from where? In here. It's your path. Any path that you pick is going to have trade-offs. Make peace with these trade-offs. Make peace with these trade-offs. Only you can determine what is meaningful for you, and only you can tell you what makes you happy. That needs to come from in here. Make peace with trade-offs, and don't go through life doing this to yourself. Final story. Farmer's rowing a boat up the big wide river. He looks upstream, and here comes another boat. The boat gets closer to his boat. He says, be careful, you might hit my boat. Splat, the boat hits his boat. He looks in the boat and starts screaming, you idiot, you moron, you fool, how could you hit my boat? He looks in the other boat. There's no one in the other boat. He's screaming at an empty boat that's just floating down the river. There is never anyone in the other boat. You know that person making you feel bad or guilty or crazy? Getting upset with them for being who they are makes as much sense as getting upset with your chair for being a chair. Chair can't help but be a chair. That's what it is. If you had that person's history, family, genes, and life, you would be that person. You don't have to agree with them or like them or even respect them. Next time you think about them, take a deep breath. Nobody's in the boat.